Spain are famous for beautiful passing, intelligent midfielders, and some of the most technically gifted players football has ever seen.
But Spain's journey did not begin with tiki-taka, Xavi, Andrés Iniesta, or a golden World Cup trophy. It began with a newly assembled team, an unfamiliar international tournament, and 11 players representing their country for the first time. This is the story of how Spain went from football outsiders to European champions, world champions, and one of the most influential national teams in the history of the game.
Before Spain had a national team, football was already spreading across the country through local clubs and regional competitions. Cities such as Barcelona, Madrid, Bilbao, and San Sebastián developed their own unique football cultures.
However, Spain did not play an official international match until 1920.
The country formed a national team for the Olympic football tournament in Antwerp.
Spain's first coach, Paco Bru, selected many players from the Basque Country, Catalonia, and Galicia.
Among the squad were talented players who would later become legendary figures in Spanish football.
On August 28, 1920, Spain faced Denmark in Brussels. It was the first official match in the history of the Spanish national team.
In this historic match, Spain scored an early goal, while a brilliant goalkeeper stood strong at the other end.
The match ended with a 1-0 victory.
That early victory began a football journey that would grow into a proud legacy over the years.
Spain eventually won the silver medal at the 1920 Olympic football tournament.
Their brave and aggressive performances created the nickname, La Furia Roja, meaning, the Red Fury.
And the original Spanish identity was not patient possession. It was bravery, physical commitment, and fighting for every ball.
Spain entered their first FIFA World Cup in 1934.
They defeated Brazil in their opening match, before meeting host nation Italy in the quarter-finals.
Italy won the replay 1-0 and later became world champions. But the Spanish Civil War, from 1936 to 1939, fractured the sport. The timeline leaps forward through the empty years, arriving at last in 1950. The Spanish national team steps onto the pitch in Brazil.
At the 1950 World Cup, Spain delivered one of its strongest early performances on the international stage.
What a spectacular strike from the Spanish side. A historic goal to put them 1-up against their rivals England.
Spain reached the final stage and established themselves as a serious international football nation.
Recorramos la historia. Tantas veces cerca, pero no fue hasta 1964 cuando llegó la gloria.
Spain hosted the European Championship and reached the final against the Soviet Union at the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium in Madrid.
With the score tied at 1-1, a powerful header gave Spain the winning goal in a historic final moment. And
Spain won 2-1 and became European champions for the first time. It appeared that Spanish football was ready to enter a golden age. Instead, that victory was followed by decades of frustration. Spain regularly produced talented players and competitive teams, but they struggled in the biggest knockout matches. Spain hosted the 1982 FIFA World Cup with enormous expectations, but they failed to reach the semi-finals. 2 years later, Spain reached the 1984 European Championship final but lost to France. Spain then won Olympic football gold in Barcelona in 1992, proving that a talented new generation was emerging. During the 1990s and early 2000s, players such as Fernando Hierro, Pep Guardiola, Luis Enrique, Raúl, but the same painful pattern continued whenever Spain reached the decisive stages of major tournaments.
Spain often impressed during qualification and the group stage, but when the pressure increased, they suffered another painful elimination.
They lost crucial knockout matches on penalties, turning hope into heartbreak within seconds. At other times, goals were disallowed and decisive moments seemed to go against Spain.
Spain could control possession for long periods without creating enough clear scoring opportunities.
Spain became known as football's great underachievers.
Supporters began wondering whether the national team would ever fulfill its enormous potential. Aragonés understood that Spain could not depend only on passion or individual talent.
Aragonés understood that Spain could not depend only on passion or individual talent. The national team needed a clear football identity that every player could understand. He built the side around small, technically brilliant midfielders who controlled matches through quick passing, intelligent positioning, and constant movement. Against Denmark in 2007, Spain completed a move of 28 passes and nearly 75 seconds of possession before Sergio Ramos scored. That move represented the new philosophy that would soon become famous around the world as tiki-taka. The idea appeared simple, but it required extraordinary technique, awareness, and teamwork to perform correctly. Spain kept the ball, formed passing triangles, and moved opponents out of position. Whenever possession was lost, the nearest players immediately pressed together to win it back.
At UEFA Euro 2008, Spain's new identity finally came together on the biggest stage.
Spain defeated Italy in a dramatic penalty shootout at Euro 2008, finally breaking a psychological barrier that had haunted the team for years. In the 2008 European Championship final, Spain defeated Germany 1-0. A decisive first-half goal secured the victory.
At the 2010 FIFA World Cup, Spain stayed true to their identity and defeated the Netherlands in the final. A dramatic extra-time goal secured the victory.
Spain makes history tonight, securing their third consecutive title in a stunning 4-0 victory. But after that golden era, Spain declined, suffered painful exits in laterments, and eventually began rebuilding with a younger generation that was...
Spain's rebuilding project produced another major triumph at Euro 2024, where a fearless new generation defeated England and became European champions.
Spain entered the 2026 FIFA World Cup as European champions, combining intelligent possession with the speed, confidence.
In the round of 32, Spain overwhelmed Austria 3-0, producing 23 attempts and beginning the knockout stage with a commanding performance.
Spain with one last chance. It's in the back of the net. Goal! Marino. Spain wins it at the death. Spain then defeated Belgium 2-1 in the quarter-final, with Fabian Ruiz and Mikel Merino scoring the goals that sent them into the Final Four. That victory set up a historic final against Argentina, as Spain prepared for one last battle with the biggest trophy in world football on the line. The final was intense and closely contested. In extra time, a Spanish forward scored in the 106th minute, giving Madrid. At the final whistle, Spain were world champions again, and the players lifted the trophy as confetti rained down.
From their first match in 1920 to becoming champions of Europe and the world, Spain's football journey became a story of identity, reinvention, and greatness. What is your favorite chapter in Spain's history? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for more FIFA World Cup stories and football explainers.